Alright, so the next section in 7.3, in Chapter 7 of 7.3, we're going to only focus on similar triangles. So we're going to continue our work with last time where we set up different equations for our angles and proportions for our sides to solve for missing variables. So again, we're going to use these concepts to solve for what we need to do. So again, the key is using the similarity statement to set up, okay, which angles are equal, which sides are proportional. So for example number 1, we have triangle ABC, similar to triangle DEF. And we want to solve for these missing sides. So X and Y are both in triangle ABC, so I should work with that one first. So I'll make AB a single dot, BC a double, and AC a triple. So AB, the first two letters, match with DE. So there's our first dots. So we'll have 16 over 4 equals the X, we have 5X minus 1. The double dot BC matches with EF. So 5x minus 1 over 5. The other one, 16 over 4, would have to equal triple dot 4y plus 3 over, well, last triple dot AC would have to go with DF. And again, in this particular case, it actually turned out the left matched with left, bottom with bottom, right with right. Just do not rely upon that. You instead use this statement right here. So for both these, what I would do is I would reduce 16 over 4 to 4 over 1 first, and then cross multiply. 4 times 5 is 20. 1 times 5x minus 1 is just 5x minus 1. We add 1 to both sides. 21 equals 5x. When we divide both sides by 5, x equals 4.2. Same concept over here. We cross multiply. 8 times 4 is 32. 1 times 4y plus 3 is just 4y plus 3. We subtract 3 to get 29 equals 4y. When I divide both sides by 4, you're going to find y to be 7.25. Okay? And again, if we were talking about angles, you need to set up the correct angle equations, which ones are equal to each other, and solve it that way. And that's what you can do on this problem right here. So I want you to pause the video and work this out on your own. And we're going to do that for each one of these other problems here. I'm going to help guide you with the setup, give you some time to do it on your own. Unpause the video so you can see what the setup actually looks like. Try solving again if you didn't get that, and then get a final answer. So I'm going to pause right here. Alright, so if you do the setup correctly, you should find that you're going to have these two angles right here. This angle right here, this 70 degrees, we didn't know that. However, it turned out angle E and B was necessary because angle B equals angle E. So we had to find this missing angle, which is 70 degrees. So let me just fix how that looks. So 70. So angle A and D are the same, so that's why 5y plus 14 equals 70. And again, the 9x minus 3 and 70 are the same, that's why 9x minus 3 equals 70. So again, pause your video, and I'll provide you your two answers for this problem. Alright, so when you solve this, you should find y will equal 11.2, and then x will equal 8.1 repeating. So those are your two answers. Again, the key is coming from we need to solve for the missing third angle. 40 plus 70 is 110. That from 180 is 70. That's why the missing angle is 70. And then just match up the appropriate angles, A with D, B with E. So, this one, give this a try also. Again, you need to match up the appropriate sides now based off the statement. Set up those proportions, and then unpause the video once you have that to see if you have the same proportions as mine. Alright, so you should be having these two proportions. Again, using the statements themselves, GI should match with LK, GH should match with JL, and HI should match with JK. So 20 over 9 has to equal 4y plus 5 over 7. And then again, 20 over 9 should equal now this time 9x minus 2 over 4. So those are your correct proportions, so I want you to go ahead and cross multiply to solve them. And then once you have your answer, unpause the video so you can see if you have the same answer as mine. Alright, when you work this out, y should come out to be 2.639. And then x, when you round it properly, should be 1.210. Those are your two values for those variables. In decimals, not a big deal. It's okay. Alright, last example, we have these two triangles, where we're told triangle RST is similar to triangle ABC. Again, we have our y and our x. So set up your two equations just so you can solve for what they are. So you then unpause the video to verify you have the correct equations, and then go ahead and solve. Okay, so for this particular case, this angle for y, the opposite value of 4y minus 2, angle A matched with angle R. That's why we had to go figure out what this missing angle is. 100 plus 36 is 136. That taken from 180 is the 44 that's missing. So the opposite value of 4y minus 2 equals 44. And then the remaining angle, the x piece, is angle B, matched with S, x squared plus minus 15x equals 100. So again, pause this video right here, so you can work out those solutions. Be careful with how you solve them for the absolute value. You better get 2 answers. And again, same thing with quadratic. Be careful how you solve. Make sure you set equal to 0, and then solve, and you should, again, get 2 answers. So I'll pause the video as well, so I can give you your answers. Okay, so when you solve these, you should be getting y to equal both 11.5 and negative 10.5. And then x should equal 20 and negative 5. Again, don't forget with your absolute values, you must set the inside expression equal to the positive and negative results. So that's why it equals 44 and negative 44. The inside expression never changes, so even though it's a minus 2 and we're talking about absolute values, the inside doesn't change. It's the expression that changes, the number it equals. The expression itself cannot suddenly become a new thing. It's always the number itself. And then we have a quadratic, so we need to solve by setting equal to 0. So we subtract the 100 from both sides. And we need to ask ourselves, well, which 2 numbers multiply to be 100? This is a negative, subtract to be 15. Well, that's 20 and 5. And the 20 is it's x minus 20 because it's minus 15x. That's why x equals 20 and negative 5. And as always with quadratics, you must always check, because it's entirely possible you squared a negative number to come out the positive you needed, and you can't have a negative angle or a negative side. So by plugging back in, plugging in 20, we do get 100. Makes sense. Angle B should equal angle S. Plugging negative 5 again, we also get 100. Again, makes sense. Angle B should equal angle S. That's it for 7.3. This is more than halfway down the chapter. We only have 2 more sections to go. So I will see you next time.